from the exhaust system to exterior elegance. Even in the most meticulously restored cars, small problems turn up at the worst moments, but everyone at the concourse takes it in stride. If there are judging disputes, they're settled by the senior judge. This year, Julian Eccles was given the honors because of his lifelong love affair with cars. He drove 300 miles to the concourse in his Ford, which he bought new in 1936.
I jokingly say I think that my mother was scared by a Thomas Flyer when I was being carried. Instead of turning out to be a lumberman, I turned out to be a car nut. And I've been a car nut since day one. I started with my first car that I bought as an old car was in 1946. And then I have been through and accumulated up to 100 cars that passed through my hands.
Judging criteria varies from show to show. At the concourse, the key word is authenticity.
This show judges a little differently. They do a lot on beauty of the car, which of course you haven't got a lot of control over that by the manufacturer. Beauty of the car, how clean it is, how original it is. If you put, you know, dumb little things on it, like some people do, it looks kind of bad that way. This car, I've got a walnut dash on it, which wasn't original, but it's kind of a accessory of the era, and so it's accepted. But if it's something that was stainless steel, polished stainless steel, or something like that, it wouldn't fit with the car, and that would be considered, you know, a knock.
Few collectors are willing to drive restored antique and classic cars. The cars are trailered to and from shows for protection.
Of course, of late, we have become an object of art and collectibles, which is too bad because it takes some of the fun out of it. And I have thought of many of my cars like this one. I paid $685 for it on the showroom floor. That's all. And now, of course, I'm sure I can get my money back out of it.
Only recently, a Bugatti Royale sold at auction for a record $6.5 million. But not all car buffs are millionaires, and the definition of a collector car is changing.
I drive as kind of an everyday car, a 56 Ford ranch wagon. And I'll drive into a service station, the guy will say, "Gee, mister, that's a swell antique you got." I said, "Antique? That's my newest car." But think about it, it's over 25 years old.
Today, many collectors are only interested in recent models from the 50s and 60s. They are the cars younger collectors grew up with, and they appreciate them more than antique cars. One of the strengths of the concourse is the variety of cars shown, whether it's two-cylinder cars like Alex Nisbet's 1911 Maxwell or recent models like this '59 Mercedes. The concourse has something for everyone. There are 30 classifications, from classic open cars to Chevrolets between 1955 and 57. The winner in each classification is given an award, and at the end of the day, the best of show is selected from these 30 top cars. This year, John Mozart won Best of Show for his classic 1930 Duesenberg. And now the collectors have a whole year to repaint, rebuild, and refine their cars, so they'll be that much better for next year's concourse.
TV news, you get it quick, you get it fast, but you do miss some of the important detail.
Sometimes there's too much hype.
I'd like to see a little more balance and some positive things and a little more in-depth reporting on certain kinds of issues. It's hard to get a clear picture of a complicated issue in a 30-second bite.
I think it's real positive, very informative.
Well, it's a business, so you do what sells.
Sensational stories, all hype, a hard look at TV news, Sunday at 6.
There's chili makers and chili fakers, but when you've got a craving for down-home Texas chili, there's one premeditatedly down...